the heck is that? Here we have a 22-foot whaler. This has got a 225 Verado on it. This is a 2005 with a 2004 engine. This boat has been sitting for probably 10 years or so and has not been used. So we're going to try and go through it and figure out what all we need. I mean, obviously right here, I see a bunch of problems with that right there. All the hatches, those are all pulled out. So all that's gonna need to get repaired. So for the first thing that I want to do, obviously the cowling's going to need to be painted, but I think we might end up changing that engine. I'm not 100%. Today I just want to kind of go through this day one and get a list of all the items that we might need. I mean, obviously we're going to need a bunch of cushions. Try and pull some stuff out here. See what this thing lift up. All right, so at least the seat works. That's good. That latch is all busted. Live well's looking not terrible. Inside this seat probably going to be a bunch of cushions here, so all these cushions are going to need to be replaced. These cup holders have probably seen better days, got black everywhere, so those are going to have to get replaced. I'm not sure what this is. It's a PVC board something or other. I'm not sure where it goes. Maybe down here somewhere. Okay, yeah, so down here in the bilge area, looks like that's what feeds that. Is that the fuel tank? So we got our fuel tank there. Looks like we got an 800 Century, another 800 Century. All of this wiring it doesn't look terrible, but it obviously doesn't look the best. So I might have to be playing around with that a little bit. Move this. This is actually in pretty good condition. I might need to do something here with this, because that's kind of janky, so that latch might need to be messed with. In here, all right, so here's our batteries. So we got our batteries, 2 batteries. These are gonna need to be replaced. I doubt these come up. I don't even see a date code on here. But we got our battery switch here. That's questionable if that works. Here's a breaker. I'm not sure what that is actually powering. Let me pull one of these batteries out of here and see if I can see a date on one of these. Alright, so no date on the battery. No sticker all the way around it. Nothing on the top. So no idea what age that thing is. Let me try and pull the next one out. Alright, so I don't have a date code on either one of these batteries, but I can almost pretty much tell you that they're bad. They're very, very old. Looks like our washdown pump. We're gonna need a washdown pump. Okay, look, these are inserts. So these inserts, I might be able to pull those out. Oh, they're all broken. So I need to pull these off, pull them out, and then I can order some new inserts. So that's gonna go on the list. This rigging hose, I'm not too worried about that because we might be changing that engine. Float switch, bilge pump situation. This is not really that bad, honestly. We've got a bunch of junk in here. Rigging's not terrible. We might be doing something with this rigging. This electrical doesn't look terrible. The float switch we're gonna need a new float switch. I'm gonna go ahead and change both the float switch and the bilge just because it's that old. So that's that. Need a new one of these vent covers right here. So I need one of those. There's another live well back here. I'll probably end up changing both of those live wells just to change them. This has got some access right here, but that's going to be sealed, so I probably won't be able to get down here. Not sure what's going to be under there. I'll have to take that out a little bit, and that's going to be access to just these drains and stuff. Transducer. Now that GPS, whatever's on here, is probably not even here anymore, so that's gonna have to be messed with. I will start writing a lot of this down here in just a minute whenever we get started, and then also, so we're at 6 minutes. It is 12:15, so I'm going to keep track of my time as well. Show you exactly how long this has gone. Well, this is great. This is a terminator resistor, so somebody's obviously been in here messing with this. VHF radio is going to need to be redone. More of these cup holders, again, all that black, those gotta get replaced. What we got in here? Trash can with the drain plug. That's looking good. This control box, again, I'm not sure if any of this stuff is going to work or not. Key switch is going to need a new bezel. These gauges, maybe I might send them to gagesaver.com. Maybe it might not do that. These rocker switches, depending on what the back of this looks like, we might just cover all these new boots. So those are going to be done. Here is the antenna for, I don't know if that's the VHF or if that is just the radio antenna. Let's see what else we got in here. Up here in the front, anchor. So this is looking all right. Nothing to really mess with there. That's looking good. In here, that's popped up. Just need to pressure wash this. This hatch is actually not doing too bad, but we'll need one of these stoppers. So we'll also need to pull these out as well and get some new inserts. These are all busted too. Got a fender there. That thing's trashed. Oh yeah, look at this thing. This is a big heavy beast. So all those gas shocks are all messed up. We're gonna need new gas shocks, new stoppers. Those latches, I'll have to figure out what to do with those latches, but gas shocks and the stoppers. There's not much to this boat really. That horn, I don't know if the horn's gonna work, but we might need to do that. Let me put this thing down so I can get in here. All right, so obviously I got to do all that. This cushion's messed up, that cooler's got to go. Gonna need some new catches there, but that looks not too bad. And let's see what we got in the goodie drawer. Ooh, look at this. That's gonna need to all be done. This low rent or nav man, whatever that thing was, it's done. This is probably leaking water, so this is gonna be an issue. This windshield, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with that or not. There's a vent there, so hopefully not too. All right, this is all fabric. Now this was a really fun project boat that we ended up doing. You'll see that over the next few weeks as we roll out every single day a new piece of this restoration project. And if you did not know about our boaters program, you can sign up for that, and we have basically everything I know and how to do every single one of these projects that you see being done in these videos inside that boaters program. So if you want to learn more and you want to do something like this yourself, check that out at bornagainboating.com. The magnet still works, so that's good to go. But this is moldy. What is this? This does not even go to this boat. That is a Triumph seat. So this cushion here, we're gonna need to do something with that. That is all moldy. I don't know. I might be able to salvage some of these. Actually, these might even clean up. I'm not 100%, but oh. We're definitely going to need to do probably a wet sand and a compounding. Oh, that is rough. This is probably going to need to be wet sanded and then compounded. The rest of this in here. Let's see what we got as far as these cushions go. Well, okay, so this is power steering fluid, which means that there's probably a power steering leak, so that's gonna have to get addressed. And we've got more cushions. I don't know where this is gonna. Is there a seat somewhere? Oh, there's a seat. So there's a pedestal seat that's gonna go to. Whether or not it has that pedestal, I have not seen. There's a gaff. Oh man, look at the power steering pump. That's not screwed down, that's just laying in there. So That's great. Life jackets. More life jackets. More life jackets. Fenders. I got two more fenders in there. More nasty life jackets. Yeah, this thing's just gonna need a pressure wash. Oh, we got a hoop that's busted. Oh, this is pre-met. Well, this is good. So that net's good. Got that. Pull that out. Another life vest. Just a bunch of junk in here. Oh, that's pretty well nasty and busted. All that junk out here. This rope. And oh, there's the seat. Sweet. Here's the seat, but that's awful. It's awful small. I mean, like, the heck is that? So I don't know why this is so small. I mean, like, there should be a pedestal. I might find a pedestal or something that can raise that up, because that's, yeah, I don't know why that's that low. All right, back into here. Lots of mold. This thing is this porta potty. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of this or not, but it's a nuisance as of right now. All this nasty line. We got here double braided dock line. Okay, so in here this is not that. Oh, what is this? What is this? Is that the transducer wire? Looks like transducer wire. Good thing that's all junk and gonna go away. All the drains for the cup holders are all broke off, so I need to fix that. Ooh, look at all the light coming in from the control box. So that's definitely been leaking, but judging on this, and I mean, I don't know if that was leaking or not. All this stuff, this vinyl, I don't know if I could clean this or not. I'm gonna try and clean it, but we'll see how that goes. These, I'm gonna need new clips. These things are probably all shot, and I don't know if I'll be able to salvage this. Look at that nasty paper we got in here. Oh, the zipper is actually in good condition. What is this? An engine cover? Bro. Really? Oh no, that's for the bimini top. But there is no bimini top. Let's see what we got in this next compartment. If I can get to the zipper. Zipper on this side. Nothing. So, pocket pouch. Labeled nice. Let's see what we got in here. That's gonna wall there, so nothing. Oh, here's the thing for the seat. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna put that on in just a minute. Rag. That's blocked off, so that's not good. There's just the cushion for the horn. That's where the horn's at. Oh, look at this. Yeah, perfect. So that is excellent. I can clean that up. Love it. All right, so now I guess what I need to do is kind of start making a list of what I'm going to need. Fire extinguisher, all that. Well, I kind of need to get into here and take a look and see what we're looking like back here. If these switches are not in that bad a condition, honestly, let's see here. All right, so the wiring is actually not that bad a condition. I mean, obviously it's not great, but it's not like a massive issue outside of this wire right here. Honestly, I think I can probably salvage a lot of the wiring. I'm obviously going to clean this up. This is not going to stay like that. That is we're not doing that. I don't know why the J-box is just dangling there, but we'll definitely mess with that. Oh, there's pull strings. So we got pull strings going into the rigging down there. There's a light. I'm going to need to replace that light. What kind of lights, courtesy lights, does this thing have? Oh my gosh, look at all the white from the boat. This is going to be this is going to be like 2 days of wet sanding and compounding, if not more. Those look good. Let's see what we're looking like here. Oh, fuel tank don't look too bad. Cinder's looking fresh. I don't smell fuel. Uh-oh. I don't know why this is cut there and these pink wires, so hopefully those go to the back, but I'm gonna have to get back here again. This is my notebook. I should probably start taking notes by now, but I haven't yet. Can I get that up? I do like this. This is pretty slick. Obviously, I'll need to clean all that up, change them out. Now, cushions, definitely all trashed. This, whoa, that's interesting. Not really any way to hold these up though. I wish there was. Let me figure out something. All right, those drains, probably need to look into those drains. All right, that'll work. Okay, so we're looking at, I don't know why these, oh, will this thing come out of here? It looks like it will. All right, so it's not on those speakers. So in order to get this out, I gotta pull those out, which I don't know. This maybe has got something to do with the anchor light, because I don't see an anchor light back here or where to put one in. That hole there is busted too. That vent needs to be replaced too, but I don't see anywhere to put the anchor light. So I mean, the boat's obviously got to have an anchor light. Not there. Oh, right here. So that's where the anchor light goes. So we need an anchor light, and once I pull those up I can get to them, but I'm gonna need, so the 2 live wells, I'm gonna be looking at those. And here is my boat harness, which, if I pull this, that goes over. My guess is that's going to go to that other, it's going to go to this pink wire. That's going to be where that goes. So that's the fuel system. Now that's the intake. Is that a second, is that like a secondary fuel tank? No, it can't be. There's gas, so that's gas there. And then that's where all this right here is going to need to be addressed, is that line around there. But if that's the gas fill back there, then okay, there's only the vent. All right, sweet. So we're looking, dude, this tank is poly. We're going to be good to go on a fuel tank. There's a lot of rigging down there that I kind of got to mess with, but I pretty much, you know, this is riveted. This is riveted down, so I'll probably need to redo the rivets on this. So that's going to get that to be repaired. This probably need to scrape this off and get some new C-deck type stuff on here. This compartment here is plastic, so I'm just going to clean that up, get a new fire extinguisher, get that off there. That looks trashy. Lanyard situation, all these stickers, try and get those off. So compass is going to need to be replaced. That thing's all busted. I don't even see any. Okay, it's floating in there, so that means it's not empty, but it's pretty shoddy. This gasket here, yep. So a lot of those gaskets, a lot of this is cosmetic just from sitting in the sun for so long. So let me get out my pen and paper, and then I'm going to start making out a list of stuff to order, and then I will order a bunch of stuff to get us started. Again, this is only the first day that I'm here, and I am just going to be tracking the time, see how much Let me get a tape measure out and measure that. And I mean, the engine situation, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna probably, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at this engine situation, but I'm not as concerned with it as you would think I would be, simply because I think we're going to be replacing it. Look at that. This is going to be a lot of wet sanding is going to be going down up in here. All right, so the cowling won't come off. I'm going to have to take this top piece off to get to the engine and take a look at it. But again, like I said, I'm not too concerned. So here, working on my list of stuff to do, I think I'm going to get rid of these battery boxes and probably put in battery trays. But at the same time, I'm thinking about moving the batteries up to here. Honestly, I kind of want to move the batteries up to where that steering pump is, in that area right there. I mean, it's just, there's nowhere to put them up here, but putting them up there in the center, I mean, the only real problem with this boat is there's not a lot of storage. Honestly, there's only that storage right there. Ankle locker, no storage there. You got a cooler seat, which is some storage, and then under here you've got a little bit of storage, but that's a live well. And actually, no, there's no storage here because this is a live well. So you got a live well, you got a live well, you got this compartment back here where I could put the batteries, but obviously it's kind of a nightmare to deal with this unless I do put in some trays. I mean, I could pull these boxes out, get rid of the boxes, and then actually just put in some trays, which I think that's what I'm going to do, and then rework this wiring because this is a disaster. So let me continue on. What is that? What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, that's this thing. That's this thing. Rolls down. I see now. Okay, so yeah, let me put down 224 trays. I'll leave the batteries back here and see if I've got enough space to maybe even put my power steering pump over to here. I mean, I'd have to replace some hoses and stuff, but if I put the power steering pump back here and put these batteries over there, I could still kind of get everything out. But like as of right now, this is not functional at all. So I should be able to fit two 24s right next to each other. Let me see what I can do about that. I'll get these batteries out of here anyway and kind of have this space so I can measure it and see what we're working with. So let's see what we're working with here. So we got this is a 19. We got a Rev 4. So we got Rev 4 19 on here. But I'm working on this right here. I just kind of realized that half of this didn't record, so I'm not sure what all I missed. But this plate here, this is our plate that was right there. It was glued on. I pulled that off. This right here says that it's only 225 horsepower max engine on there, 9 people, 1,650 pounds. So that's not going to work trying to put anything other than a 225 on there. So I'll probably end up actually maybe just sanding this cowling down, painting this cowling, and you know, running that engine until it blows up, because obviously if we put a 400 or something else on here, that's totally not going to be legit for ever selling the boat or doing anything like that. But let me see, you know, what that situation turns out like. And 04, that does have the low exhaust and the oil squitter, so it's probably not the most reliable engine, but it probably save us some money just getting that running and then painting everything and rocking out with that. This switch panel here, I'm gonna probably be able to reuse this. I'm just gonna clean it up, maybe send these gauges out to Gauge Saver, have them done. I'm gonna order all new boots, and then I just need to test these switches. As long as they all work, then I'll just order new, you know, I'll order new covers, pop all these covers off, put 4 new covers on there. Might even pull this thing. Well, no, because then I lose all my labels. So I don't know. This is not going to clean up very well, but I might just polish this up just because I'm not trying to go too deep with this boat. Is the only thing that I'm trying to not go full out here. Hey, yo. Honestly, these switches are not that bad. I think we're gonna roll out. I might change that DC port out, but that's just because it's looking pretty bad. I'm also gonna change all those out, but this is actually not looking too shabby at all. This key switch, I'll change the key switch. The lanyard, I'll change the lanyard, but these switches, these are just gonna get new covers. New covers, baby. These are not too bad at all. The wiring in here doesn't look too shabby. I'm not sure what this is. I kind of need to get some batteries in here, get some power up to this thing to kind of see what is what. But other than that, yeah, these gauges, I'm gonna pop these off and send them out. Let that, you know, as usual, I just send them to Gauge Saver and let them do the gauges, and then I will, yeah, I'll keep moving on to the next item. I'm gonna pull this out, kind of take a look at what this thing looks like. It's just got a clamp in the back, so I'll be able to take that clamp off and get this VHF radio out, because that will get changed. And then this spot here where the Clarion is, it's got this in here, this bad boy. How do we even, oh, it must eject, so you can't manually do it unless I do that. Oh yeah, it's got a CD player, dog. That is gotten hot, so that's got to get replaced, but that's a big footprint. So let me yank this thing out of here, and then once I yank this out of here, I'll be able to get my dimensions as far as what we're looking like for being able to cover this hole that we got here. Same thing with this. Let me get the VHF out, that way I can kind of see what kind of hole we're going to cover. And here is the list that I have right now. Just a bunch of stuff: the anchor lights, the vents for the bilge, the float switch, the bilge pump should work, the batteries and all the cup holders, all that stuff. So got a pretty good list. I need to go and search everything out, see how much it all costs. Gauges I'm going to send out to Gauge Saver, and then the rest of this is going to kind of be what it's going to be. This is, you know, open. I got to figure out how to cover those holes. And the rest of this, I mean, this is all trash. I'm gonna throw all this stuff away. Cushions I'm gonna keep outside of the Triumph cushion. Those are gonna be saved for the upholstery guy, for him to make the new upholstery. Green bottom paint on here. I don't know who put green bottom paint on here, but at some point in time, someone thought that green was the color to match with blue and black. So blue and black matches great with green. I don't know why they did that, but someone did that. And it looks like they got some black on here too. Well, so I mean, looks like it's had quite a few different color schemes on it. So now at least I have my list. Actually, I need to measure for the bimini top, so that way I can see how much the bimini top's going to cost. Measure across. So like you guys know, with bimini tops, this is a big boat, so I might even look at something that'll cover, like, you know, two halves of the, you know, the front and the back of the boat, like a long one. Looks like they've already had, you know, a bimini on here, but for a bimini top, basically I need to measure from this gunnel right here over to the other gunnel and get that distance. That way I can get the frame right, and then also the top right, because they come in different, you know, there's your mounting measurement, so the mounting measurement of here to there, and then also the canvas which is the top measurement. So let me get those measurements, and I will go and start making a list of stuff to order and see what our current amount is going to be. And our engine here, I have found some other problems, being that the bracket is cracked. So whether or not I'm going to spend the time to take this off or not, that's a whole nother story, because this is a 2004, so to get the power head off of a 2004 is going to be a complete nightmare. Whether or not I can do it or not, I mean, not that I can do it, whether or not I really want to put the time into that is the real question. And I might not honestly want to do that, so I might not do that. I might find something else, even though the boat's only rated for 225. So that is something that I do need to consider in this whole process, but at least it's on the list and we know about it. So let me get my measurements for the bimini top, measurements for the wrap, and then we'll start ordering parts and start getting on with this project outside of that engine issue. All right, I've got a jump pack on the battery here, and then what I've just done is kind of went through all my switches. The only thing that doesn't work, my bilge works, that's good to go. And this one right here, which is a Bait Century 100, that live well is not working. This one's working, and this washdown is working. If I come back here, this one doesn't look good. I mean, you could hear it, but I'll probably end up changing that washdown pump out. But first, I want to go ahead and you can hear that other live well running. So that one's working, but the other one's not. So I need one Bait Century 800, and that will at least get me kind of started. Fresh water, I did not even see a freshwater tank in the boat, so I'm guessing there is no fresh water. So that's all fine and dandy. At least we'll have that extra switch, unless there's a tank under there and a pump under there, but I'll investigate that. Other than that, then my list is complete. So I'm gonna go look all these parts up and then get prices, get everything ordered.